So let's see what we can do with an AI agent that runs on the code repository, where we have CI/CD scripts, Docker files, Kubernetes YAML files, and the source code itself. And also this AI agent is connected to the Dynatrace managed MCP server and can query Dynatrace environment for observability data. So you see all the scopes are enabled and we are connected. So we are talking about the bookstore. It's a web application where customers can purchase paper books. And there are three critical microservices that are called from many other components in the system. And if they are not performing well, it would slow down the whole system. In addition to that, the orders microservice is depends on a long payment chain, including of two microservices and one Lambda function that checks banks. So after significant growth of our business, we got many new customers, and now they report performance degradation and payment issues. But we have no idea what is going on with our system. Therefore, we need to ask observability question here in AI agent prompt to check Dynatrace environment and see what exactly is going on and if we can do something about it. Okay, so there are problems here. There are red SLOs, and the top problems that are open right now are actually really critical. The first two problems, as you see, is long garbage collection time on clients and books services, which are two critical services for the whole system. So the performance issue can come as a cascade from these two microservices. Well, let's check what we can do in this code repository to fix the problems. And the AI agent suggests some fixes, and let's quickly go through them. Fix number 4 is about removing redundant calls in ratings controller, and we are calling for all clients and all books, and what we do, we just lock them at debug level. So yeah, fix number 3 is about changing the limits, which will also improve the garbage collection time. The fix number 2 is about adding the readiness and liveness probes. This would decrease the number of 500 errors. And fix number 1 is increasing replicas from 1 to 2. Yes, it makes sense, especially if we are talking about the production system, but right now we cannot make this because our Kubernetes cluster doesn't have enough capacity. We need to scale it out first. But everything else can be applied. And one moment, if we are increasing the memory limits, we can also increase the heap size. I wanted actually to set XMX parameter, but the AI agent suggests the maximum percentage, which makes more sense. If we set it to 75%, it would dynamically increase the heap size if we in the future increase the memory limits on the pods. So yes, makes sense. So let's approve all the changes except the replica sets and see what changes the AI agent makes. Okay, it bumps the versions, which makes sense. Bumps limits. And add the memory parameter in the Docker file. And removes redundant calls for all clients and for all books from the rating controller. Okay, so all the changes are done. The limits are changed. The Docker files has a maximum percentage option to increase, to optimize the memory utilization in Kubernetes, and the rating controller got rid of redundant calls for all books and all clients. So one more thing is that we are in production system. We are dealing with customer personal data. We are dealing with payments. So if we are doing a new deployment anyway, let's check if there are any vulnerabilities that we could also fix. So what are the vulnerabilities detected by Dynatrace? So yeah, there are many vulnerable libraries in Spring Boot 2.7, and the AI agent suggests that we increase the version of, we upgrade the Spring Boot version. Let's see the details, because I really don't like this change. It makes sense to upgrade Spring Boot, but if we do that, it's a major change. We upgrade in the whole framework on which our application is built, and it will also cause a change in every single Java file, because Spring Boot 3 has different namespaces. And yes, we can and we should do this eventually, but it cannot be a hotfix. And now we should do something quickly to improve the situation in production. So the major vulnerabilities are in database drivers, Postgres and MySQL. Also in Tomcat there are 4 vulnerabilities, and in Logback. The other vulnerabilities down below are related to the web application, which is not here in this repository, but detected by Dynatrace, and the Kubernetes. Again, we cannot upgrade Kubernetes here, it's not in this repository, but we need to upgrade the Kubernetes software and the cluster. But let's ask the AI if there is an alternative fix that could be considered as a hotfix. Well, and actually yes. So what AI suggests is upgrading versions of Tomcat, Logback, and the database drivers. So we won't use the defaults provided by Spring Boot 2.7. And this can be considered as a hotfix because there are no changes in Java file. All the library upgrades are like minor versions, and the libraries are well tested, so we can accept this as a hotfix. Yeah, let's do the changes with the AI. Oh. Okay, Spring Boot is untouched, and let's do the code review quickly. The calls to all clients and all books was removed. The memory limit, the percentage was bumped to 75 in the Docker file, which is good. Vulnerabilities are fixed in the Gradle file, good. Yeah, so that's basically it. We can deploy the new application and move on. Dynatrace Managed MCP Server can connect to multiple environments, so we can ask observability questions to more than one system. And the new bookstore, where we resolved the problems and vulnerabilities, is now deployed on the stage environment. So let's compare production to stage and see if the problems and vulnerabilities are gone. You can see that the number of vulnerabilities decreased significantly in stage compared to production. The garbage collection problem is resolved, the CPU throttling problem is resolved. So let's dive deeper and compare the metrics, the throughput, the failure rate metrics, and see what we receive from the business perspective. So how much more load we can handle and how much more customer base we can work with. Yeah, the throughput increased from 1,600 requests per minute to more than 8,000 requests on stage, so it's a very significant improvement. The number of failed requests actually increased, but considering the throughput, so the number of successful requests, the overall error rate declined. And in the stage system, we can handle 5.2 times more requests, so basically we can handle much more users. Let's check the details per service. So the error rate declined on the order controller, so the number of the percentage of the failed orders declined from 60 to 37%, which is also a good improvement. And the throughput per service is increased basically for every single service here. And in some cases the increase is very significant. Also we got rid of crashes on storage orders and payments. Yes, that sounds pretty exciting, and we can move on and deploy the changes on production. We deployed our bookstore update to production to resolve problems and vulnerabilities, and then migrated the observability solution from managed to SaaS. I also connected SaaS MCP server to the AI agent, and now I can compare what was before on managed to what it is now on SaaS. Let's start with problems and vulnerabilities and see if any problems are now detected on a new SaaS environment, on the same application, the same Kubernetes cluster. And no vulnerabilities, no problems. Let's monitor not available. Let's check on the UI. it's related to Kubernetes cluster that we deleted, so everything is fine. Let's now compare the throughput, what was on managed production like 4 hours ago, what it is now, and what is now on SaaS. What I expect is that it should have some data on managed 4 hours ago, it should have nothing on managed now, and the data should show up on SaaS as we have migrated. So, managed 4 hours ago compared to SaaS as a summary. On SaaS, the system can handle more requests. And why is that? Because we upgraded the bookstore to resolve problems and vulnerabilities, and shortly after that, we upgraded the monitoring solution from managed to SaaS. So therefore, 4 hours ago, we still had a bad situation managed, and much better, much faster workloads on SaaS right now. So no garbage collection issue, no CPU throttling, and when we compare it in details, like service by service, you see the request per minute on managed that happened 4 hours ago. Right now, during the last 15 minutes, there is nothing, because there is no monitoring on Dynatrace managed anymore. And now on SaaS, we have the new numbers, and altogether it can handle 5,000 plus requests per minute.